I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of First Date. My guest today is a man of many talents. He's a writer, a comedian, and a poet. He's on tour all over the country. And you can check out his podcast. I'm going to read this right off. James Donald Forbes McCann, Catamaran Plan. Make sure you write that down. Give it up for James Donald Forbes McCann.
Hello. Oh, thank you, people behind the glass.
I'm going to call you James from this point
you can call
on.
me James. Thank you for having me. This is so nice.
Yeah, thank you for coming on my show.
I'm going to be so much less exciting than the previous Australian you had on the show.
I don't know.
I don't think I have anything like that. When he was talking about being in the pool and his Willie touching an older woman, I was moved.
We all were.
Yeah.
Out of the pool.
I'm so dull. Anyway, no, I'll try and seem interesting.
Do you live in Austin now?
I'm in Austin, yeah.
Do you like it?
Well, no, the heat is oppressive. I like many things about it. I like that there's a comedy scene where you can really work. Mm-hmm. That's super rare. There's like 3 cities in America, and there used to be 2, and now that's good. But to live, I have many complaints. Oh, there are some good things. There are some nice bookstores. There's genuine, but Barnes & Noble is everywhere.
Yeah.
So Barnes & Noble has everything just about. I grapple with it. I like some things about it. You have a child now.
I do.
This is a bad city in which to raise children.
It can be.
No, I'm saying in the abstract, and for sure it is. It's because in the heat, there's very few places to.
You know what? That is
go.
the worst part.
Yeah.
And I say it every morning like a broken record. I wish it wasn't so hot because I would go on a walk.
It's not possible. I've been taking my kids to indoor playgrounds. My wife has been unwell, and so I take the kids off for several hours in one of those indoor play centers.
Yeah.
And they're just full of kids who are too rotten to go to daycare. And they're weird, and the food's bad, and the aircon is unsettling. It's nice to be cool, but it's like...
I think you can get sick if
I'm sure I am.
on that high.
I've been on for six consecutive days of going to this. I sit on a laptop, my children run around, and I try and reply to emails.
How many children do you have?
I got 3.
3? How old are they?
6, 4, and 2.
Wow. How is it?
It's a constant state of bliss. No, it is good. I mean, it's great. I would not give any of them away, and I would welcome more.
Really?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay.
Yeah. Am I? Shit. 34.
34?
How old are you? I
Is
want
that
to
your
ask.
final answer?
That's rude. It's a lady. I don't want to know.
I'm 37.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it.
And my child's 5 months old.
I do. I can believe that. That's a hard crawling.
No, he's just
Right.
now sitting up
Yeah.
by himself, and he can play.
Quality of life comes down once they can move. Wrecks the apartment. All your low-lying stuff has to go up. You
But
can't have a
I
cool
think it's
vase
getting
anymore.
better. My quality of life is getting better now
I'm
that he
telling
can
you,
move.
You have such joy that your child can, do things. But then the trouble comes. I assure you. I promise you.
The minute they start crawling, when do they start crawling?
Huge variation. Some babies, right to it, motivated. Some babies are too big to crawl properly. If you've got a big, hefty baby,
I do have a big hefty baby.
sometimes their weight is an encumbrance. And then when they crawl, they don't want to walk. But crawling's good. You get all the hand-eye coordination stuff. Good athlete.
Okay.
This is my tips on...
But right now, I feel like because it doesn't matter. This isn't a podcast about my baby.
Oh. But your podcast is about things that could lead to having a child.
That is true.
This is an important part of the equation that people
I like
forget.
it more now that he can sit up and play with a toy and potentially fall on it so that I can go get a cup of coffee.
That is good.
Because
yes.
before he was a baked potato.
Yeah.
And I had to carry him everywhere or he would scream cry.
Well, the attachment issues can be a problem. And when they can talk, a lot of, sometimes you have to wait till 2-3 years old until they can talk properly. Man. But then...
I don't need him to talk to me.
It's nice because then they can express the issues. You know, it's not just a random scream, and you go, "What is that for?"
But I don't care. If he cries, I'm like,
you got a quiet cry? No, the shrill cries of my children wound me to my soul
I
because
just
it's the
pick
love
him
I
up.
have.
If I pick him up, he
Yeah.
stops crying. He just wants to be in my arms. We're
That's
learning
beautiful.
more.
That's beautiful. But your husband, if he holds the child, does the child stop crying?
Yeah.
No, not as much.
I mean, I'm
important to have a
mommy.
mother. It's
I'm
important to
mommy.
have a- isn't it important to
You
have
can
a
tell
mother?
that I'm mommy because I hold him and he'll go to sleep,
Yeah.
and I hold him and I feed
How I
him.
yearn to be mommy.
Yeah.
This is, you can do so much more for the child as a mother. You've got a big milky tit that you can wedge in the
It is
mouth
true.
if you do that.
The one boob's like pretty much stopped producing
Really?
milk. Yeah, so now he lives off my left boob.
One for show, one for business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
One
crazy.
for
Like
business,
now
one for
they're like
pleasure.
lopsided.
I'm sure they're great.
But I just want him to go back to normal.
Never. The nipple has changed irrevocably.
No.
What? You think you go back to having sweet 16 nipples again? No.
No.
But that's also good. You know, the good, tough, leathery nipple. That's what a man wants. That's what I love.
No. Oh.
Sad, pink, flexible nipples. Gross. I don't like that. I like them put to use. What is the podcast about?
This podcast is about what it's like to date you.
Oh, no.
So let's get to it. It's been 6.5 minutes.
I punch. No, I'm joking. I would never domestically abuse anybody. I What's the audience for this podcast?
They're a
I
riot.
didn't know how dirty and nasty to go with
I'll
that.
start asking you questions and you answer them.
Okay, I'll do it.
How long have you been married?
About 8 years. We were together for 3-ish years before that.
Where did you guys meet?
We met at the Melbourne Comedy Festival. She was a flyerer. She was handing out flyers at a comedy festival.
What do you call that?
There's no good word for it, but a flyerer.
A flyerer.
She was handing out flyers. Flyerer.
A flyer.
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 A pilot. And she was handing them out, and we met and got talking, and I loved her, and it was great.
Where was this at?
At the Melbourne International Comedy Festival, I was doing a musical. I'd written and directed and was playing piano in a musical based on The Sound of Music,
Okay.
The Sound of Nazis. It was as big a hit as a festival show
I
can
would love
be.
to watch it. That sounds fun.
I think we got an audio recording, but Hitler had some great songs. And we met there. She was from New Zealand, and she moved to Adelaide to live with me. And we lived there for a while, and then we moved here 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yes.
And
With our 3 small children. What a journey.
yeah.
What a time.
What does she do now?
She cares for 3 small children.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, she's homeschooling because we travel a lot. I try and take them with me when I can. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long this beautiful America adventure goes for. At some point, they'll kick me out. I've only got a visa.
Oh, really?
But it's a 3-year visa. Well, so we'll see. But I got to take them to New Orleans. I got to take them to New York City.
Did you just try to say New Orleans?
No, New Orleans.
You tried to say it with like the New Orleans
I
people
do say it the way the New Orleans people say it. Where are you from originally?
Dallas.
What a fine city.
I grew up in a suburb called Mesquite.
Okay.
It's nothing to write home about. I never go visit it. It's not cute.
You don't have family there still?
No.
Okay, well then there's probably no good.
No family there.
Suburbs just means white here, doesn't it? It's like a little
It's like
better
a
than
section off of
Yes.
Dallas because Dallas is like a big.
I've seen it. And you got the Fort Worth, which has its own distinct,
Yeah.
beautiful identity.
Yeah, it's like big.
Yeah.
And so I grew up in a smaller town.
So you followed the path of all lesbians in Texas, which is to move from a big city to Austin.
Is that what lesbians do?
That seems to be what Texas lesbians get up to.
They
I'm not
go-
saying that you are a lesbian. I'm saying that's the lesbian journey. I've seen the vegan cafes. I think this is, Manhattan is
The
a long way away.
patisseries.
Do you know what? Yes. The gluten-free
Yeah.
cookies and all their little beautiful businesses. They've all done it.
They love you.
They've all done it. That's the journey they're on. They probably all come from Houston.
They all probably just came from the.
I didn't know that. Are you really
It's
from Houston
so
out there?
late.
Yeah, there you go. They're like, I got to get out of the woodlands immediately and have real culture in Austin. It's like, Hope you're like hot in a fucking soccer team. And how good's Book People? Anyway, have you been to Book People?
Yeah.
I don't mind it. A lot of gay, trans ideology books there. It's a very left-wing bookstore. So I go in there and it's just all books. You know what I mean? You go to Barnes & Noble, there's a book about fighting a dragon or being a princess. And you go to Book People and it's all books about, you know, that sort of carry on.
How to be trans?
Just about. They don't come out and say it like that, but you read between the lines.
Yeah.
It's okay to be a unicorn. Is it? Not in my house. I won't be having any unicorns in the McCann family residence. I just mean that literally. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. We've gone for 10 minutes and you haven't started. I apologize.
No, we have.
Okay.
I've learned a little bit about you, but I want to learn more.
All right.
So, how bad is your road rage on a scale from 1 to 10?
It's a 6, 7, depending on how I'm feeling. Recently, it's been worse. I recently honked. I was pulling into my. They weren't even doing anything wrong, but it was like, you know, they've constructed this thing by my house where someone can turn in onto a road island, and I'm making a right, so they have to wait for me. But they just kept moving a little bit. They were going to stop for me, but they were just like letting me know that they could move in. And my house is here. We were both going to the same. It's my neighbor, someone who lives. I didn't register that. I didn't think. When I honk this person now, I didn't even think I honked. I gave him a look. I gave him a look through the windshield, like, what the fuck are you doing? And then we both pulled. I pulled in first, and they pulled in after me. And then I saw them park right next to where our houses are, and I had to go and do a lap of the block so I wouldn't have to encounter them because I was so ashamed for the angry look that I'd given them. Out on the highway, that's fine.
Yeah.
I like a honk. I wouldn't get into a.
Do you get jealous easily?
Do I get jealous easily? No. I respect that quality in a man. I think it's good to be. I think jealousy is a godly attribute, and but I don't know. Nor squeamish about things being clean. Nor I have almost no impulse for disgust. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm expressing this badly, but no, I don't get especially
jealous.
One woman I was with had a lower sex drive, and she offered me to be in an open relationship, but one-sided. She was like, "You can go out and have the intercourse with other women, and I will stay with you, and you just tell me when you've done that." And I couldn't. Not once did I undertake that because I found that revolting. You want someone. I would like to be with someone who's at least a little jealous of me, and has some care about
it's
what
not
I'm
like,
what I'm
hey,
doing
you go out
with
and
my
fuck
day.
other people. It's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, I'd like them to like me enough that would be a problem, which my wife does. That's great.
That is good.
Yeah.
It sounds like you found someone better.
I wouldn't, better is such a big, well suited. I think we don't get. Yeah, you're with the wrong people and you have a lot of problems. Better for me, for sure.
You know, when I was younger, I dreamed big, like many of us do. But as I got older, those dreams shifted from wild ideas to something more real. Turning my skills and passions into a business, like starting this podcast and launching our merch. It all felt so exciting, but also overwhelming. I worried, what if I can't build a website? What if I don't know how to find customers? Those doubts are totally normal. That's why I love Shopify. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide, including big names like Mattel and Gymshark, but also brands that are just getting started like ours. We actually use Shopify to run our own merch store, and it makes everything so much easier. They have beautiful, ready-to-go website templates, so you don't have to be a design expert. Need help with product photos, descriptions, or discounts? Shopify's AI tools cover that. Want to grow your audience? Shopify makes email and social media campaigns simple. And if you get stuck, their award-winning 24/7 support is always there. Turn your big business idea into... with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/date. Go to shopify.com/date. Shopify.com/date.
One of the best pieces of money advice I ever got was don't wait to start investing, just start. And that stuck with me. Getting advice is one thing, but actually putting it into practice is another. That's why I love Acorns. It makes building healthy money habits automatic. Acorns is the financial wellness app that helps you invest and save for you and your family's future and spend smarter. You can even start automatically investing with just your spare change. And Acorns puts money into an expert-built portfolio. What I love about Acorns is how effortless it is. You don't have to spend a bunch of time and effort into investing. Sign up now, and Acorns will boost your new account with a $5 bonus investment. Join the over 14 million all-time customers who have already saved and invested over $25 billion with Acorns. Head to acorns.com/date or download the Acorns app to get started. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 2 compensation provided. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors, LLC, is an SEC-registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/date.
What is your idea of a perfect first date?
oh gosh, it's been a long time now. I enjoy going to a movie and talking about it afterwards.
Okay, even still today, that's if you go on a date with your
If we
wife.
get the time. I mean, we got the 3 kids, so now it's like we'll watch one of the new King of the Hill episodes and go, that was not as good as it used to be. That's about it. But I really, the talking and having a nice meal.
Do you like to cook?
No. No, I don't. I've been doing breakfasts every day this week. I've cooked other times as well, but I'm not. It's not my strength, and I'm not good at it. And we, when we were growing up, my brother was a very fussy eater, and so we would just have like 3 meals. We'd have and everyone was a vegetarian, so it was pasta just about every night.
Are you a vegetarian?
No.
Oh, thank God.
No, I left that behind.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I would have been like 21. From like 9 to 21, I would have been a vegetarian. And then I didn't want to.
I don't blame you.
I think it's good to kill. I think killing fills us with a certain kind of joy that can't be found. Excuse me, I'm just having a big silly one.
No, no, but this is like some crazy thing that a statistic, and I'm going to fuck it up just like I always do when I try to like express a fact that I heard. But agriculturally,
Yes.
a lot of animals
What you're saying, yes.
die
Yes.
when even when you're vegetarians are vegetarians because they don't want to kill farm life, right? They don't want to kill
But the number of bugs that have to be crushed.
and
plow the
squirrels
wheat.
and
Yeah.
other animals.
Yeah, I think if you're
are
living a full
killed.
permaculture lifestyle on a commune somewhere, go for it. Yeah, no, you have to.
But do you know what I'm saying?
Death is all around us. I think that's what you're saying.
I'm trying to say that vegetarians aren't not killing animals by eating vegetables.
Yeah, they're just not as directly responsible. And also, but that's true of every person trying to make their life better in some way. People can go, I'm gonna thrift instead of buying new clothes, so I don't have the itty bitty orphans in Indochina ruining their fingers on the loom.
Do you go thrift store shopping?
Yes, but it's because I'm poor. But I think, there's moral problems with thrifting. I mean, for one thing, people who buy new clothes then feel free to buy even more clothes because they go, I can just give this to a thrift store afterwards. You're not like ending the cycle of horrible sweatshoppery by going to a thrift store. But how good to do your best. What a nice thing. I like that the vegetarians are giving it a go. I don't believe that that's a proper way to live, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, I agree.
Yeah. How good's meat? Isn't meat nice?
Yeah.
Isn't it nice to think of the Indian emigre who's there in the abattoir?
What?
No, I'm just... It's not just the animal that's suffering to get the meat to table. I mean, it's like those people who have to go and do that job.
I believe
it's not fun.
that I'm not going to let that animal die in vain.
Sure, yeah.
He's dead. They're selling the meat. Who am I to walk past it and say, die in vain?
I feel that way about child That's a joke. I'm kidding. But they're making it. It's out there.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I could have phrased that. I could have picked a better
You
example.
could have picked a
I
better
could have done
example,
that
James.
with something that wouldn't be so clippable in such an egregious fashion. Let's take that one again. How do we take that one again? I'll put the heroin in my... Wouldn't that have been better? Fuck. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Do you have any irrational fears?
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about what they are. Drugs?
Have you ever done drugs?
I briefly, I mean, not illegal drugs, but there was a time when I was drinking alcohol and having codeine. It was a beautiful summer where I was doing that. It's not good for you long term, and it'll, but that was a winner. Wow, that's a good time. But I've never
Alcohol and
smoked
codeine?
never smoked a marijuana cigarette, but I did do alcohol and I was sipping on a scissor. Yeah. Rest in peace, Pimp C. Scared me straight.
You seem kind of gangster.
Yes. Danny Brown didn't want any of my beats. But that was fine. He was right. I tried to make rap beats for Danny Brown.
He didn't like them?
He laughed.
Rude.
He didn't want to use them. No, he was good natured and he was really kind about it. But I'm going to work harder on making beats.
Do you take it seriously?
Music making?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your music name?
I got a couple. Mr. Very Good Rapper. Snorty Morty and the Sporty 40. That was a short-lived band where I wanted to get 40 guys dressed as tennis athletes while I had something that looked like cocaine covering my face. I would be Snorty Morty. Anyway, yeah. That one never got off the ground. I just released the EP. The James McCann Orchestra.
Okay.
The James Donald Forbes McCann Orchestra. Currently just my own name. Sometimes I Wish We Were a Catamaran. Out now on all digital platforms. It's like 14 songs.
What was the last good book you read, since you're going to bookstores all the time?
It's a great question. The last one that really... It's been a while since one really got to me. But I Keep the Aspidistra Flying. I audiobooked it.
I'm sorry?
It's by George Orwell. It's George Orwell, Keep the Aspidistra Flying. It's not as well known as Animal Farm or like 1984.
Keep the epidestra?
Aspidistra. I might be getting that wrong. Am I getting that? I might be getting that wrong. But it's about it's a kind of plant that working class people had in England. And there's a guy who doesn't want to be a working class man. He wants to be like a poet. And he's not a good poet. And he, his girlfriend, he never has money and no one wants his poems. He works in a crappy bookstore for not enough money to get by. And I had to drop a spoiler on the ending, but he thinks it would be weak and wrong to pull out during sex intercourse when he finally does get to go to bed with his lady and she becomes pregnant. And he goes, right, fuck it, I'll just be a middle class. I'll go and get a good job at a copywriting agency and I'll get the plant that everybody has and I will be a boring, bougie person. It's kind of an optimistic ending that you can live a very boring, normie life and still be fulfilled working for your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also that condoms are gross and pulling out's always wrong. That's the other big part of the novel that people don't talk about as much.
So you're a poet.
New book of poetry out now. Disquieting Levels of Egg. Amazon. Disquieting Levels of Egg. That's my new book of poems.
I'm a poet too.
Get out.
I am. I wrote a book called Cases of a Poet.
How did it sell?
I sold one copy on the Venice Boardwalk Boulevard to a 10-year-old skateboarder.
Nice.
Who felt bad for me.
You got to get it on Amazon.
I don't think anybody fucking cares about my book of poetry.
I don't know. You got a podcast now. People would.
Oh my gosh. I let me tell you about this book. So when I moved to California, have I ever even told anyone this? I don't think I've ever said this before. So when I moved from Dallas.
Yep.
To California when I was 18.
Los Angeles?
Yep. And the only way that my dad would help me pay for my car, and I lived with my grandparents, so I moved in with my grandparents, my rent was free.
Yeah.
But I had this car payment, and I had to eat. And so my dad told me that he would help me pay for my car and my food if I went to college. So I went to a community college.
Nice.
I took all the fun classes. I took theater, language arts, I took Shakespearean literature, biblical literature, and English literature.
Great. That's not piss about subjects. That's good study.
I liked
Yeah.
to read.
Yeah.
So in my Shakespearean literature class, we had to write poetry.
Nice.
So I started writing poetry and I started falling in love with it.
Yeah.
Thought I was the next Shakespeare. Wrote like over 100 poems. Put it in a book. I self-published it. I
Yeah.
made 500 copies because I was like, that might not even be enough for how many I'm going to sell when I go to the Venice Boardwalk where all these hippie people walk by
Yeah.
and buy books for $10.
No, I've been to that boardwalk. That's a scary.
I went and I didn't know you had to get a permit.
I didn't know that.
You have to get a permit
very
to be
California.
there. Yeah, you have to for your little tiny
Man, there's
square.
a lot of guys smoking crack out there who I don't think have
know.
a permit for that.
I didn't get a permit. But the problem is that when someone else came up to me and they were like,
Is my spot.
this is my spot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I thought this was like a free for all. You come, you claim your spot. And they're like, no, this is my spot. So I had to move down the boardwalk until I found a spot that no one was at. And it took me forever. And then I was there all day long for 12 hours. No one bought a book until I was
Have
like,
you still
packing.
got these books?
Yes.
Put them on as merch.
499
Make them
copies.
merch for this show, and you will move
These are the
copies
world's
of the book.
worst poems. I went back and started reading them.
That might make people want to buy more. Mine are not great. I just do it. You just persevere. It's not for us to decide what's a good poem. It's for posterity. Get them
Okay,
out.
guys,
That'd be
if
good
you want
merch.
a book if you want a book,
them
let
out.
me know. I'll
Bring them in.
I'll bring them in,
These people
and you
over here
guys,
would love to sell
YMH
your
can
books.
let them fly off the shelves.
I think you would sell copies of the book.
I don't know.
Let's find out. You'd sell some.
We'll
for
find
sure.
out.
All right.
If people will buy them, I'll bring them here.
Leave a comment below if you would buy a comment. Buy a poetry. What's the book? What's the book
Cases
called?
of a Poet.
Cases of a Poet. I'm excited. I'd like to hear more. That's a better title than Describing
All right, on
Levels
to
of
more
Head.
dating questions.
Okay.
How many close friends do you have?
Well, that's a good question.
Thank you.
A lot.
Really?
Yeah.
You look like the kind of guy that has a lot of good friends.
I could really. I mean, there are people always say like, "Oh, how many close friends do you have?" Really, I think I probably have. 7, 8 people that I could call in maybe more, maybe 10 very close friends. I got a lot of friends, but close friends that I could call and talk to about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a big, lovely network. Isn't it nice to have friends? Is that an important dating question? That's important to women to know if a man has friends.
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think. What do you think is more important when you introduce your girlfriend to your friends
Yeah.
or your parents?
Or your friends. I mean, for me, my friend.
Right?
If I
'Cause-
was the heir to a fortune, it would be my parents, but I'm not. So, it also depends. I mean, but for having a family, I mean, if you've got a family, it's very important that the family's on board with the relationship. If you're gonna have kids, and if it's gonna go the distance, because that's a lot of support is necessary.
Yeah.
Right? You need a lot of help to have kids, but yeah, your parents don't have to see your partner all the time.
Yeah.
But your friends will. No, I think friends for sure.
What man,
don't
I
have a
had a
funny
good
answer.
question about friends. Oh, how long do you wait until you say I love you? Typically.
Bickley?
Typically.
Oh, typically. I thought you said too Bickley. I thought, I don't know that person.
Like when you're dating someone.
No, all the relationships I had, I didn't have that many of them, but I would get bored with people very quickly. You're hanging out and you see each other, and then maybe by the second, third date, I feel a very oppressive sense of wanting to get out of here
Yeah.
and not be with you anymore. But if that didn't happen, I think within months for my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you remember where you were when you said it?
I think we were on the phone because she was in. She would fly out. She was in Melbourne and she would fly to Adelaide. This is like, I don't know what the comparable, be like Austin to Florida. She was a ways away. So
Yeah,
we
that's
met
a
at the
long way
festival,
away.
and then she would fly out and I would fly out. And then I don't know, like 9 months later, she came to live with me. But so not a lot of contact time, but some phone calls.
Yeah.
Very quick to do it.
And how did you propose to her?
I was poorer then than I am now. I'm still very poor, so I couldn't afford a ring. But my mum owned a ring, and I scabbed the ring off my mum. And we were in New Zealand, and I'd asked her father and her mother if that was all right, if I did that. And then I wanted to take her. There was a big butterfly exhibition, like a room in the museum that was filled with beautiful emperor butterflies. I thought that would be romantic because we were in her hometown. Anyway, it was closed. I took her to the museum, and then that was closed. And then the only thing open was like a mechatronic dinosaur thing, and that didn't seem as romantic. So I just took her for a walk outside of there. And finally I found some steps that looked quite nice, and then we got close to the steps, and they started to reek of piss, and I realized that's the student housing, and they're just pissing all over the place. But so I knelt down there. And she was having a hard, she'd used her mum had like pinkish hair at the time, and she'd been using her shampoo, and it was like dye retention shampoo, so she has brown hair, but then it was weirdly pink that day, and she felt sort of weird and embarrassed about that and kept complaining about that, and I was like, don't complain about that, I'm going to fucking propose to you. That's all. It's hard to pick the right. Yeah.
Did you have a big wedding?
No. We had a lot of people come. But we didn't. A lot of favors were called in. The reception was in my parents' backyard. We got the church super cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, should you even have to pay a church?
Yeah, I mean, they got to open it up. You got to tip the boy who's helping the priest. You got to, $50 or something. But no, I think the whole thing was probably under 10 grand.
Yeah, that's. I mean, isn't it crazy how expensive it is to get married?
Well, we remained sort of bohemian type people, so there was no big pressure to. But like, I know a lot of people, there's expectations and family, and they feel a real burden that it's a massive social faux pas not to have a beautiful sit down wedding, or not to have the dress that you really. And I don't, good for them, good for everyone who. Did you have a big wedding?
I have not had a wedding.
I thought did you get married?
I am married. I don't even have a ring. He hasn't even proposed. We went to the clerk's office.
Well, that's better. I mean, some people do that because the pressure to have a big wedding is so enormous. They're just like, we got to rip it off like a Band-Aid. But
I don't really care to have a wedding.
I think it's nice. I do. There's something about saying you're not going to fuck other women in front of both your families. That's very powerful.
I agree. Very important.
Flee from the embrace of all others is how they phrase it.
Yeah.
But that's what you...
I think that we will have a wedding, but there's so many other things.
Now that you have a child, that you just be... I mean, it's helter-skelter.
Yeah.
Once you got a kid, it's hard to
Yeah.
plan anything, I find.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about car seats?
Terrible.
I got 3. They're disgrace. We got to ban them.
Oh.
People have fewer children because of the car seats.
The car seats are actually awful.
They prevent more children than they save. That's what I've read. People decide not to have another child because they don't want to deal with a 4th car seat.
I can't. I was telling everyone here in the studio, they're like, bring your son and we can watch him.
No.
But putting him in the car and driving
It's an ordeal.
is a nightmare.
Yeah.
He just screams. He gets hot in there. I don't know why they haven't made one with like a little fan on the back, like on the back end that you can turn on so it can cool them.
I bet they do. I bet Louis Vuitton does a beautiful.
Probably. I don't know. But the thing is just fucking terrible.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. How, oh man, I need to start writing these questions down.
more?
Because
Is this
I have
going
them, but
well?
I have mom brain.
No, I
and so
understand.
every time that I have like this good question, it just goes boop, and just flies out of my head.
It's going to be a long time. It's going to be a long time for the road to normalcy. I still am waiting.
We were talking about
operating.
weddings.
Yes. Good cheap wedding. I'm a big fan of good cheap wedding.
Man, I guess I'm just going to have to revert to one of these other questions. that
Oh,
I
okay.
have.
Go for it. I'll do my best.
Do you like traveling with your kids? Not in a car. That doesn't
No, I
count.
mean, even in the car, I don't mind. We just did a big road trip. We drove to San Jose
Does it get better as they get older?
and Yosemite. Does it get? Yes. Yeah, the smallest one was the biggest problem. But we had a great... I loved it. I love doing a big road trip with the family. Is a great...
It's fun.
It's hard, and then I start getting angry out of nowhere. That's dangerous as a
But
parent.
that's your road rage.
But even then, the car's basically. It's not hard to drive on an American freeway. You just sort of sit there doing 10 miles over the speed limit and don't worry about anything. So it feels more safe that way somehow. But I don't know. We got to go to the Billy the Kid Museum in New Mexico. That was great. You get to decide what things you're going to stop in and see. We drove past the Pistachio Land, the theme park to the Pistachio. That was great.
Oh, I remember my
Albuquerque's
question.
all right. Go on.
What is the most important thing to you when you're dating? Like in a relationship, what is the most important thing?
Puss are fantastic. No, I'm just joking. I'm just having a laugh. I'm just trying to be silly. I don't think people should have sex before they're married. The important thing with dating, what's the most important? To enjoy each other's company. Really. Maybe this is me. Maybe I'm a cantankerous person. But I would just feel so oppressed and then like be in relationships that are dragging on and I didn't want to be in them. And I never had I would always yearn that the person would cheat on me so that I would have a reason to break up with them or that they would just break up with me. This was a problem that I had. It's not easy. I did not find it easy to break up with somebody. But someone you can be yourself with and not feel like you're spending energy while you're together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. How did you break up with people?
Oh, man. Slowly. I remember one relationship, I was pretty sure I wanted to break up, and then I got talked into having like a trial period and then getting back together. And then a week later, it's like, I still want to just get the fuck out of here. This is dreadful. Once with a phone call, which was a mistake. We were in different cities and I didn't know how to.
Why was that a mistake?
It's a good thing to do face to face. It's always hard. There's no good way to, if you're in a relationship with someone, there's no good way to break up. But
were these long-term relationships?
Some of them, yeah. I don't think I ever had like one. I've only dated someone on a short-term basis once. I think every other relationship was either a one and done. Like
Yeah,
just
in
and out,
yeah.
or quite long term. But I think like in terms of like a 3-weeker, only once. And I did not handle that great either. It's very awkward dating someone and having feelings, and they, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know how to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's a hard. I found breaking up with people really difficult,
Yeah.
and I found being broken up with. I think it only happened twice. Wow, it's not bad. Yeah, a lot of people get broken up with twice. Once a high school girlfriend, devastating. Wow, it was so sad. And then the other time, it was fine.
Why was it so sad?
Yeah, it's first proper girlfriend.
It was like your first love.
I was very enamored. She was a great lady. And then Adam, I mean, just, high school girls breaking your heart. It's gone on to this day. No, you know what I mean? It's difficult.
What is your personal biggest red flag about you?
Oh, a thing that I do that people wouldn't want to
That
date
you
me?
do, yeah. What is your biggest red flag?
Fuck, there'd be a couple. I mean, if I dated, I don't know. I think I'm a very different person to who I was when I started dating my wife. But if, God forbid, something would have happened and I was back on the dating scene, what about me and my personality would trouble people? Wow. I should think about that more. I mean,
Well, it doesn't really matter now that you're married.
Well, no, and that's a joy that you don't have to do that sort of self-criticism. Because I remember when I was dating people, and you'd have to hide parts of yourself from the other person to
Yeah.
Especially for like
until you got him.
I mean, sometimes that's also about. I remember like when I figured out how to get a one night, how to take a lady to bed that I'd met. The answer I found was to say almost nothing, and that a woman has decided if she's sexually interested in you pretty quickly, and you can only stuff that up by showing who you really are. Do you know what I mean? Who you really are is going to be the problem, because that's rare to have a soulmate that you want to spend the rest of your life with. So if they can project on you, I found that really helpful. Mm-hmm. It's just the opposite to a good way to have a healthy relationship, but I think that's the secret to actually just starting dating somebody is don't let them know at all who you are. I guess, I mean, my red flag, I'm not an especially tidy person.
Okay.
I'm a deeply untidy person. I mean, for a long time, there would have been heaps. I'm shocked that anyone possessed interest, but I was like super poor, didn't have a car, couldn't drive until I was like 26. That probably set me back. I think it's probably important to have a car if you're on the dating scene. But I would bus to the date. And man, I don't even know. I'm trying to think about it. Red flags are a tough one because people have them. I hear my friends who are perpetually single talk about this all the time. And there'll be things that they identify things that they know they don't like about people in general, and they call a red flag. I don't think this is helpful to being in a healthy. I think there's a reason some of those people are single all the time, is because they're trying to find someone who fits into their category of what they want a partner to be, and that's not really how a proper relationship works. You fall in love with someone and you make it all work,
Yeah.
because you love them. But this thought of, I'm going to get someone who does this and earns this and looks like this and doesn't do this and he won't. I don't think that's especially. I understand having some things like, oh, he's punching walls at a restaurant. That probably means he's a violent fella. But no, I think you should just take people as they are and see if you can love them. I suppose people lose the ability to fall in love as they get older. Do you think? I really do think.
That people lose the ability
People
to
get
fall.
callous. People get, they carry around a lot of their past experiences and traumas. And maybe it's harder for them to really get excited about a person or picture themselves with them. I see this all the time where people have built a personality that's not really open to being carried away by love. There's just no room in there. They have too materialistic, I don't know if that's the word, but like systematized way of thinking and acting to allow things to be. Love should change you and have you destroy all parts of yourself, that get in the way of that. It's a it's a scary, transformative, weird, bad thing in many ways to fall in love. It's a very destructive impulse that can ruin what was your life, and hopefully you get a new, beautiful life at the end of it.
Yeah.
But I think that's sort of what being in love requires.
Love does change you a lot.
It has to. Mm-hmm. And if you're going, have you seen the movie The Materialist? I hated it. But and they're also attacking this. I just thought it was a really bad movie. But yeah, you can't. First of all, I don't think you should have a type. No one should think they have a type, because a type is. It's an Amos Gill bit. It's a great bit, but it's true. A type is everyone that it hasn't worked out with in the past. Mm-hmm. If you're like, this is my type, leggy blonde. I'm pointing in the abstract. I'm pointing at you. I'm sure you've got great legs. Can't see them. There's a table. But, maybe it doesn't, and it hasn't never worked out. I don't know. I find a lot. This is an American problem more so than. I notice the genders here are not great at treating each other like people. Mm. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
Friendships with men and women are not thoroughly common.
Okay.
I find that men and women don't really. It's not expected that your romantic partner will be your best friend necessarily. She's in woman world and you're in man world, and you come together to make that work there. But still, she's got all the woman friends over here, and you've got all the man friends there, and some of that's good. But there's like people are really playing you have a very strong sense of gender roles in America. Mm-hmm. A woman should look like this, a man should look like that, and they're very restrictive. And I think that's why so many little boys are trying to chop their dicks off, because what is a man is so limiting, and what is a woman is very limiting. Excuse me, I've gone off on a tangent.
So what was your red flag?
Probably that I say things like this, and I have to hide that from someone on a date in case that turns them off. You just shut up and go, I like that band too. Yeah, great.
So what is your biggest red flag?
In someone else or in
you,
in me?
ding dong?
I'm a very strange person. I don't know what to...
You don't know?
I know there's a lot of that last Aussie you had on the show who was like, everybody wants to fuck me. Why do they all want to fuck you? I can say confidently that I'm giving out a lot of, people do not typically, I think, want to fuck me. And that's great. That makes being married a lot easier.
Yeah.
But if I look at my Instagram DMs, it's all men or women going, my husband thinks the world of you.
Aww.
It's not. No one is going like, come over, go get over here, shove it right in me. They don't do that to me. I don't know what I'm giving out, but I'm happy to be giving that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Would be nice to have a few more birds trying that I could reject.
Yeah. But
But there we go. I'm a burly man's man. I honestly don't. I don't know.
do you like to drink?
Sure.
What do you like to drink?
These are the sorts of things. These are the sorts of things that are red flags. I like 2 to 3 beers in the evening, or a white wine. Red wine gives me a headache. Or if I'm having a bad time, I'll hit the dark liquor.
Oh, like what? Whiskey?
A whiskey's a lovely thing to have, or with friends. But yeah, just not a lot. I don't have the constitution. I see all these men who can really put them back. Really, you go ahead. Some of the comics, they know how to put them down. They really drink, and I get very sleepy.
I do too.
Yeah, I have 3 drinks, and I've had about enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is?
Or I vomit in the front yard if I mix them up. Hasn't happened in a while. I've been very cautious, but certainly, my wife will go, "Don't drink red wine." It'll just be out there.
Would you consider yourself romantic?
These are hard. These are too hard. I don't think I would be described as being romantic. Maybe I feel romantic.
What is your love language?
Acts of service.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've spoken. Yeah, love. Time spent. No, it's probably time spent. I like spending. I get very, I think codependency is great, and more people should.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You're living life as a team. You're
I'm
doing things
super
together.
codependent.
Time spent is a big one. Spending
Yeah.
a lot of time together.
I think I'm all of them.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to a couple of words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gift giving all
Who
day.
doesn't like a gift give? Sometimes it's do a little act of service, do a little giving
I
of a
think
gift.
it's crazy
spend a
when
little
someone
time.
can pick just one.
There are some people for whom, when you give them a gift, I've seen it transform people. You love getting a gift that much?
Fuck, I love it.
Well, now's a good time to tell you that I've actually brought you this beautiful nicotine pouch.
Wow.
No, I will need that later on.
No, I feel like gifts take so much thought. If you give someone a really good gift,
Yeah.
you have to work for it. So it takes your time, it takes your money, and it takes thought. And you have to and you give it to someone that you care about. And I think there's a lot of an act of service sort of there.
I mean, it's all of them are basically showing that someone cares
Cares for you.
about you.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
What is the sweetest thing your wife has ever done for you? Is she romantic? This is my last question.
Is she romantic? Yeah, I mean, we used to, I think, it's hard within the, here's what our life has been like for the last couple of years, is we had 3 tiny children, and the baby he was not yet 1 when we came to America. And then we just we had to move around a lot to figure out how to make it work financially. And we landed in Austin, and that's been much more stable. But even so, it's like I'm traveling a lot. I feel as though this is a weird time in our marriage and life where she doesn't drive, doesn't have it's quite hard to make a new network and community and fall into that. Mm-hmm. And we have so little time for one another. So that, when we are doing something romantic and nice, it really, at this point, we take great solace in just having a coffee together in the morning or watching something together in the evening. Just resisting the urge to go to sleep and to spend a little time with one another.
Yeah.
That's the sweetest thing we get to do for each other at the moment. And those are the most beautiful parts of my day.
Wow.
Other than the time spent with children or crushing it on stage. So many tour dates on sale right now, right across America. It's I think there will be time for it. I know people who like get a date night all the time.
Yeah.
And that's great. I would love to have a date night, and I've got to take my wife on a couple of dates in America, but not a lot. But just having time with the two of you to talk and be with one another.
It's important.
Wow. What have you got if you don't have that? You got nothing. In the relationship, you don't want to become a stranger to one another. And we're not even close. That's nice. I know a lot of people, they have kids and the man has to work a lot, and then they, you grow further and further removed. You have two separate lives that grow up, and then 30, 40 years, you go, what do we even... Then you have a late-stage divorce in your 60s.
It's terrible.
Seems disgusting. Seems like a huge waste of everybody's time and effort.
It really does.
Just make it work.
You're 60 anyway.
Death
Fuck
is
it.
around the corner. What
Ser-
sort of life do you think you're going to... Anyway,
Death is everywhere.
the time for that was in your 40s.
For real.
100%.
You know?
Excuse me.
It's true. I've already been divorced. It's not that fun.
It doesn't seem great.
And what's out there isn't any fucking better.
That is a nice... I remember having that as a realization when thinking about, like, if I had a new relationship and it was great, you'd get back to here,
You
here can be great. As you get older, you grow together. Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I'm a big fan of growing old together.
But I don't like being a wife guy. I don't talk about this. I feel odd. I had a lot of big pauses on this podcast, I feel, because I don't... there are men who traffic in having a wife and how close they are and how beautiful their relationship is. And that makes them seem like a sweet, nice person. And then it's almost always a big lie. And he's fucking the producer. He's got the producer bent over the buttons. Do you know what I'm saying?
We hear you. Well, James, where can people find you?
Are we done?
We're done.
All right. I'm saying that's bad, and I don't want to be that person. So I feel bad even saying that I have a wife. I want to keep it all hidden. I don't want people to just regard me as a bad boy.
You're not a bad boy.
Party's hard. Tells it like it is.
Yeah.
I'm on the Instagram at JDF McCann. So many tour dates. New comedy special. It's called Black Israelite.
Okay.
It's all about Black America and the state of Israel.
Okay.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
And disquieting levels of egg, potentially out now.
Yeah.
Get your book of poems out there. People can't wait. I've gone on for so long. This is meant to be a half-hour podcast. You've been very good for having me here.
It's okay. I liked it. Thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you guys for tuning in to another wonderful episode. We'll see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom about me?
Just say you're ready.
Delete my number?